Hello, everyone. Mike here. Good to see everyone. Hope you're all well. I am. It's been an interesting week, to say the least. So let me get right to it. Welcome again to my Parkinson's journey. We are here in mid-April in beautiful New Jersey. The weather today is absolutely gorgeous here. 70s. We're going to probably be close to 90 this week. Sun is much needed, and I'm even happier I have a car with a sunroof these days, because the sunshine beaming down on you is just awesome, an awesome feeling. So thank you for watching. First of all, thank you for hitting like and subscribing. Please tell your friends about me. I'd really appreciate it, and we'll see how far we can take this thing. So like I said, it's been an interesting week. Went to the Phillies game Friday night, hung out a little bit with my friend, the Philly captain, and the Phandemic Krew. It's always good to see them. Phillies lost, unfortunately, but it was a nice night. A little cool, a little breezy there Friday night. But the one thing that happened this week that I really want to touch upon as my main subject is the depression and anxiety that Parkinson's can amplify and bring on. Friday night, I got hit with, it started with I couldn't park where I normally parked. And then we couldn't go through the facial recognition gate at the stadium. And everything started to snowball. And I was really, really on edge. I mean, just like couldn't bear to be there. And it was rough. My wife was calming me down the best she could, and God bless her. Christina's really good about that. She knows when to back off and when to help, when to push. And, and I don't appreciate enough how she tries to help me. I really don't. And I need to tell her that more often. But we ran into friends of ours, and they understand these type of situations, and they had me take a deep breath, got me to go up to the seats with where the crew was, and hanging out with the crew and talking with the crew, and the captain eventually pulled me out of it. But it gets real and it gets bad, and the antidepressants I've been on for years can't really stop it, can't help this. This is an unfortunate symptom of the disease. We can get lost in sadness, in apathy, and if you ask me what's the worst part of of Parkinson's, it's that. It's way worse than feeling, stiff, or like anything physical, because you can see the physical, and the mental and emotional, especially when you're in it, you don't know it's going to end, and all you can do is hope it will, and it eventually does. But it's just awful. Those of you out there who deal with depression on a regular basis, you know what I'm talking about. Well, Parkinson's takes those feelings and puts them on steroids, and it's just not a lot of fun, to say the least. But you just got to keep telling yourself it'll pass, it'll pass, it'll pass, and of course it eventually does. You can't dwell on it. You can't hold on to it. You have to apologize for any thing that you say or do, and any acting out, and it's just not a lot of fun for you or the people around you. And I'm trying to force myself to go out more, to do things, especially when I don't want to do them, and that's really important. So I'm sure it's going to be a good week. The rest of the week since then has been fine. I think maybe the weather had something to do with it, and finally getting some decent sunshine and being out in it is a welcome change. Um, so we'll see what happens. Uh, Hopefully, I won't have another episode for a while. What else has been happening? Our travel plans are progressing for not only our California trip. Well, mainly that. That's the big thing that we've been doing. My wife has booked the hotels, booked the airfare. We have our Disneyland tickets. We have our Knott's Berry Farm tickets. We have our tickets to see the Los Angeles Angels and the Houston Astros play in Anaheim. We have a great hotel. We're 5 minutes across the street from Disneyland. And that's, again, let me talk about that for a minute. That, again, is kind of one of the compromises you have to make when you have this disease. You've got to maybe stay in places that might be a little more money or have certain things because you can't exert yourself the way you used to. So to ensure that I can maybe do a little more at the park, we stayed a little closer to the park. Not insanely expensive, but probably a little more than most people would pay. And that's just something we have to do, and we've realized that. The closeness to the park will be great. It's about 15 minutes from the Angel Stadium, not far from Knott's. And it'll be good, and somehow my wife always seems to find hotels that have free breakfast. So we will, save a little money that way. And it's going to be fun. I mean, I'm looking forward to so many things on this trip. In the Southern California portion, we are in the process of planning the Northern California portion. We are going to be seeing my Aunt Joanne and my Uncle John, staying with them. They're going to plan some things for us. We talked to them last night. And so I'll have more on that as time goes on. But Southern California, there's just so much we're going to do. As I said to my wife, we are essentially going to be putting 10 pounds of sugar in a 5-pound bag, and happily so, though. I know one thing I want to do is I want to finally go to In-N-Out Burger and Whataburger, especially In-N-Out. I've seen friends and other vloggers that I watch go there, and I'm looking forward to that. So it will be a good trip. Like I said, biggest one we have ever taken. And, why not? I talked to a friend yesterday, another vlogger, Jeremy McDonald. I will put the link to his channel in the description today. Jeremy's a great guy. He lives in St. Louis. He's a great guy, despite the fact that he's a Cardinal fan. We had a long, nice conversation. He's had Parkinson's for 13 years and has a very different perspective than I do of experience. And he tells me, don't put things off. So I don't, And he's a real good guy. He's a great musician too. Like I said, he has music. He has done a whole album of music inspired by Parkinson's. It is an amazing piece of work, in my opinion. He told me about the process yesterday, and it was not an easy thing for him to do. And much respect for him for getting that done. So I'm going to try to keep it a little brief this week because I don't think length is a good thing. But I hope you all have a good week. try to do everything you can. I don't know if we have any major plans. We are kind of trying to prepare for both these trips, not only money wise, but we've got things that we need to talk about, and because we haven't flown in 20 years, so it's a little bit of a challenge. And our Pittsburgh trip in May, got to start thinking of things to do other than the game on May 16th for the Phillies Pirates game. So, but that'll be fun too. A lot coming up, a lot to do, a lot to get done. I hope everyone is well. The circle of goodness holds. And remember, we are all in this together.